So what I'm going to walk you guys through is an actual music video treatment. So this is my first time showing a treatment. You do not have to do a music video treatment like slides. I just did it as slides so I could like show it to you guys. But it can be slides. It can be just a document with photos and text. I've seen hand-drawn treatments where like the directors have drawn what they want the shots to look like with like just text at the bottom. But basically, once you apply for maybe your second or your third grant and you have a song that you've done and now you really want to push into the marketing of it, usually it'll be a music video. And there are some grants like Tell a Story Hive that are just music video grants. It's like 10K music video grant. So this is what you need to be able to do. And every time you apply for like a grant, it doesn't always have a treatment. But if you're going to apply to use that money for a music video, then you need to add a treatment to it. So it's not that every grant needs a treatment, but every time you are going to add a music video, you're going to have to put a treatment in. So if you read the guidelines of the grant, they will kind of give you I think I'm going to take these off because the light is like, I can see the light, but now I can see you guys better. Okay, cool. So when you apply for the grant in the treatment, it's going to say usually what they want, okay, in that treatment. So what I've done here is I've just taken the things that I've seen the most often in different grant applications, and that's kind of what I use in my treatment. But some grants are going to want more, some grants are going to want less, so just you got to read the guidelines. But most of them are going to want an artist statement. And what that includes is what is the message of the song? Why did you choose this song for the video? And what are your goals for this project? Okay. The other two questions, how will you be releasing this song and video? Why do you want to work with this filmmaker? Those two questions for this treatment, these I actually answered in the actual grant application. So this was for the career development grant. So in the actual project plan, I had to explain these two anyway. So I didn't put those in the treatment and I just answered the top three. Okay, so I'm going to show you what my answer was. And the reason I was hesitant to show treatments is I don't want people copy pasting things that like this is literally stuff that's from my application, right? But the treatments and the grant as a whole, they have to be so unique to you as an artist. So you can't like copy paste stuff from another artist. It's not going to make sense, okay? So artist statement, why this song? The nice thing about being a DJ is I can play my own songs live before releasing them. And this is the reason I chose Body Language for a music video. When I mix it with other hit songs, it keeps the dance floor going. I've also played it for several industry professionals who agree it's the most commercially viable song I've created for myself as an artist. The music combines Bollywood sounds and melody with Latin reggaeton drums. Latin/reggaeton drums. This fusion makes the song very danceable and is a huge trend in Bollywood right now, being used in popular songs by other South Asian fusion artists like Tesher and Badshah. Do you see how unique that is to me and my song, right? So whatever it is for you, if it's not, you've never played it for someone, but like for example, your EP, I worked on this EP with this person who's a trained professional that teaches at SAE. This is the feedback I got on the songs. That's why I know these songs are so good. Yours could be, I played it at this show that I threw my, like, it has to be so unique to your application. It could be the featured artist. Like I got to work with Elisa Strata. It could be, oh, I chose this song because Elisa Strata already has a huge following. Or I have another song I'm working on with Nicole Wong. So it could be I chose this as the single because Nicole Wong has a huge following on Instagram, or Elisa Strata already has a fan base. Whatever it is, it has to be so unique to you. And then what are the goals from that? So here's why I want this song, and then what are the goals? So for me, I put my goal for the video is to release it as a single that promotes my entire For You album. So yours could be to promote the whole EP, for example. And then my ultimate goal, my goal for the video and the album is to open up more performance opportunities for me as an artist and ultimately lead to festival bookings, okay? When I listened to like Connor Price talking about his song for his career, his real goal is streaming. Like, he does everything to funnel to more streaming. So if he was doing something like this, it would be to increase like my Spotify monthly listeners. Maybe it's your first song ever and you just want to get something going on Instagram. Like, whatever it is, why is that song important? And then what's the ultimate goal of that release? Okay, and for each artist, it's different depending on where you are in your career. Next. Music video overview. What is the story? What is your concept for the video? And then share the narrative if possible. Not every music video has a narrative. So the music video for Body Language celebrates the variety of dance styles that exist in Metro Vancouver, including traditional belly dancing, Bollywood fusion, salsa, and more. These are all that are all represented in this beautiful city. So this grant is Creative BC. So I know Creative BC's purpose is to help promote artists in our province and like in Metro Vancouver and in BC. If it was a factor grant, it would be more like, what are we doing across Canada? So you gotta also know what they're funding. But if it was a love song, the video could be, maybe it was a love story between two people. Maybe it's just a hype EDM song and the song is all about just really high energy visuals to like go along with the energy of the song. So whatever it is, for me, because the song was a mix of like my cultures, like Eastern, Western culture, that's what I wanted to have in the music video. So the essence of this one is dance. There's another video I did called For You, where the essence of that video was about family, because it was a song that I wrote for my mom. So the core of the video is different. So it really comes back to, what is the song about? What's your brand? What are you trying to like convey? So what is the story? And then what is the concept for the video? Share the narrative. So this one didn't have a narrative because it really was just about showcasing dance. By showcasing dance, we will also be showcasing several different cultures, races, and body types to make a diverse and body positive video. By the end of the video, we want the viewer to be proud of their own culture and the different cultures found in Vancouver and in BC, inspired to dance more and to leave with a renewed sense of self-confidence. So because the song was called Body Language, I was also going for like a body positive kind of vibe. The key that I would say that it took me a long time to learn in here is think about what is it that you want the person watching that video to think at the end. Right? I want them to be happy. I want them to be excited. Maybe I want them to be mournful or sad. Maybe I want them to be nostalgic. You got to think about what the viewer is also going to see and then explain that in the application. And the other point of kind of these treatments is if you're working with a video team, even if you're not applying for a grant, it kind of puts you and your video team all on the same page. So next, visual mood board. And now you're kind of seeing, I gave you the overview of the video, which is like dance, culture, body positivity. These are kind of like the big themes. And now you're going to see that represented. So here, visual mood board. Visual references for the style and mood of your video, locations, and where you plan to film, or creative references of other videos that have inspired your idea. So because mine was about cultural fusion, I took a screenshot. This is from TikTok. Milan Matthew, I saw it in my feed. I went through her profile. She really has that East meets West vibe. So I took a screenshot and I put it in as a reference of what kind of the outfits or the look or the feel of that video would be if it was like in the Indian fusion world. And then more visual references, outdoor venue, outdoor location, kind of what the dance shots would look like. So that's part of your visual mood board. Right? If it was a hype EDM video, it could be like hype crowd shots, right? If it was more about, again, like a love story, or if it was more about travel, like whatever it is, you want to show them kind of the idea for the video and like what the kind of outfits and shooting kind of looks like. Outline of approach. So the three main pieces to ensure our video stays true to our treatment, which is what I've been talking about above, culture, body positivity, dance, and like kind of the visuals I've showed now, which is like natural lighting and cultural fusion in those photos I put. So to stay true to that treatment, what I've kind of said so far, are our cast of dancers, location, and color grading. We have already scouted a rooftop similar to our reference location to give our video natural light and skyline shots. The venue also includes textured walls for a variety of backdrops. So what I'm trying to explain is what I just showed them in the photos. I've already found a venue that's going to be similar to that. Most importantly are our dancers. Luckily, as an up-and-coming artist and DJ in Vancouver, A-Slam, I wrote it in the third person. It's good as me. A-Slam has already built a relationship with several emerging dancers in Metro Vancouver. We have done some preliminary casting to ensure we have a diverse dance styles, ethnicities, and body types to celebrate diversity in our video. And then I'm getting into the cast. Preliminary cast. So these are all people that I reached out to on Instagram. You don't always have to. If it's people who have portfolios online or Instagram, it could just be or it could be famous people that you just want to get people that look similar to. So you don't always have to have reached out to everyone. But in this case, I had sent them all DMs and been like, hey, I'm applying for this grant. Would you be interested in doing this music video? And then what would you charge? And so what I did is I sent them the treatment that I had so far, and then I got their numbers and I put that in the budget. So now, as I said, straight line to budget, you're gonna see in the budget a rooftop location, I've already talked about. You're gonna see a cast of dancers in the budget. You're gonna see color grading, like natural color grading in the budget. And then in here, I put Pega, who's a model, just to show that it's not going to be all dancers, that we're also going to have some models. So there's 3 dancers here and a model, and then all of them actually ended up in the final video too, which was great. Good. That's the location. Vancouver Penthouse Event Suite, and I put all the Instagram handles so that if anyone wants to go look it up quick, they can, if they wanted more info about a piece of it. And then in the wide photo, they can see everything that I explained. Nice, like natural lighting, different textured areas, so I could shoot in multiple ways. So everything I explained is all nice in one photo. If not, if they didn't have a wide photo on their website, I would have put, like 4 individual photos, but anything that I can showcase it to the judges. Performance. Intercut with our visual stunning dance performances will be our 2 emerging artists, A-Slam and Talia Lay, who sings the chorus, performing the song. They will be filmed individually and together to create a variety of shots with different energies. So the reason I mention this is most videos will have the artist rapping the song or singing the song, but not every video. So that's why you do want to mention it. There was a really great video of Chainsmokers' Closer, where it's just like a couple. The whole video, the Chainsmokers aren't even in it. And it totally works. So I don't know why they did that or what the decision was there, but it totally worked. And they had like really nice lyric, like a handwritten lyric video on top of it. So if you're not going to be in the video, then they also explain why are you not in the video? So, there's there's a great video by Desiree Dawson. She's a kind of singer-songwriter vibe. And it's a very intense, emotional story, almost like a movie. And so you can see why she wasn't in the video. The song is more like the soundtrack of this movie that you're watching. And it won something at a film festival. So it was very artistic. So there you could explain, she's not in the actual video because we don't want to break the narrative, right? So you got to explain why or why not you're in that video. Director statement. I'm not directing the video, obviously, so who's the director? The reason they want to see the director statement is, 1, they want to see who the director is, and then the director statement shows that the director understands your vision for the video, understands the treatment, and again, the budget. So now when they look at the budget sheet, they're going to see a line item for Kamantha Naidu, director. So again, I sent her the treatment that I had done so far and been like, hey, can you give me a director statement for this? And do you like the song? Will you be part of the project, right? You're doing all that work ahead of time. So body language is a celebration of dance, spirit, and culture. The vision is to create a story of human expression through the movement of dance. Dance is a form of human expression that also projects emotion, transformation, and most importantly, layers of the human psyche. Our goal is to integrate the enrichment of storytelling through dance while also celebrating the rich culture and diversity of the city of Vancouver. Body language will celebrate the art of dance through a culturally diverse cast and multiple dance forms. As an artist myself, I believe that dance is a beautiful expression that frees the soul and opens the mind. My goal is to deliver the experience through this project. And then her Instagram is tagged at the bottom, I am Kamantha. So if they want to look her up, they can. So again, I'm reinforcing, I'm talking about the straight line. If she would have come in here and talked about, like the song is very sensual, it's very sexual, very sensual in the lyrics. But the video, we're talking about dance and culture. So if she would have had a director treatment that was like, oh, I love how sexy the song is, we're gonna make a super sexy visual, it would break that whole treatment. They would be like, these guys are not on the same page. And it also lets me make sure that Cam is on the same page as me for the video. So again, straight line, and now again in the budget, without even looking at the budget, they already know Cam's gonna be in the budget, location's gonna be in the budget, cast is gonna be in the budget. Bam. Outline of technical elements. So at this point, so Cam has a video team. I tagged them here, 73 Filmworks, that she likes working with. So a lot of directors have videographers that they like working with. So then again, as I'm building the treatment, now I have even more of the treatment done. I send it to the guys at 73 Films, and I'm like, okay, I need the end of the treatment, which is the technicals. And that's like, what is the equipment they're gonna use, and is there any challenges that they're gonna need to address? So key pieces of equipment and why they're important: lenses, cameras, tripods, LUTs, post-production techniques. Maybe there's a lot of slow-mo in the video, you could explain that. Some people, there's a really cool music video, it's the new Bruno Mars, Apate, APT. They filmed the whole thing slow and then sped the whole video up, and it gives the video all of this like extra energy and emotion. So whatever you guys are doing, on the technical side, you want to explain that. So they wrote this part of it. So Cam wrote the last slide, and then the guys at 73 wrote this part. Outside is always a challenge. We'll manipulate natural light by placing the sun behind our subjects, backlighting them, and timing our day to work with the sun. We will shoot through the middle of the day to keep the sun as consistent as possible. Working with the sun, we will bring 6x6 and 8x8 frames with silk and various strengths of light grids. This setup will allow us to soften the light depending on the subject. This timing will also allow us to get sunset shots at the end of the shooting day, right? Very technical, and I don't know the technicals, but you just got to reach out to them. And then again, it lets the judges know they're going to see a line item, right? For 73 films, they're going to be in the budget. And then they understand that these guys know exactly what I'm trying to do, which is natural light, natural vibe. Not every video has that. There was a really cool Jean-Paul video that's very high contrast. And maybe that's what you're going for. So not natural at all. Maybe you're going for black and white. Maybe you're going for like, it could be anything. Like there's those wide angle videos that look kind of warpy, like whatever it is. Then you got to explain it in here and make sure the guys, have how much it's going to cost in the budget. And then the last thing I mentioned in the technicals was the venue. This is also why we booked this venue. In the chance of rain, the venue has a covered outdoor spot, spots and large white tents that can be set up high enough that they won't be seen on camera. Of course, we will keep the weather in mind when booking a filming date, but if there is too much rain or wind for some reason, we have the inside of the venue as a backup. The venue inside also contains several large windows to keep the natural light and the organic feel of the video, right? Again, just part of the technical aspects of it, right? Whether you're shooting inside, outside, in a studio, whatever it is, just explain the technicals. So it might not seem like that took me about 30 to 40 minutes to explain, but do you see how much work and how many people I had to talk to get that done. And that's what I'm saying, it like doubles the time of your grant. That treatment, I would say maybe 10 hours of work, watching reference videos, getting screenshots, reaching out to all the people, and then getting the entire budget done. So I'm gonna play the video for you now, and hopefully you'll be able, everything that I've talked about in the last like 30 minutes, you'll see exactly how it played out, like having everyone on the same page and then what it looked like. And then after that, we'll go through any like questions and stuff like that. Cool?